Filthy sausage. What happened to my fucking music, bro? Holy shit. coffee with just a spill of Jack Daniels. Why not? Just the spill of the pint, you know what I mean? Just this. Just a spill, I call it. You know what a spill is, right? Here's it's something of a measurement that I created. Knock over something and pick it up real fast, like a bottle. I call it a spill. Because I dump it out, just a spill. People, you want a shot? Nah, bro, you want a spill? A spill's about 3 shots, 4 shots. Give you a spill. Want a spill, bro? I'll spill you. Here. I don't hang out with anybody that drinks anymore. They're not allowed to drink liquor. All my adult friends' wives cut them off from liquor. There's no liquor allowed. Two things with that. First of all, fuck that girl, what she tells me to do. And C, fuck somebody telling me what I can't do, man. Like, you want to know why they got cut off? Because they're mean when they're drunk. They get, you know, there's muscles. You know what the best thing is about having friends who are drunks, and then they get violent, whatever they get. There's nothing more powerful than being a guy and a buddy of yours starts to try to wrestle, play around, and you get their hardest push, and it's not even and you just, it's like a man changes when he gets in the clutch with another guy and he figures out that he's stronger than he is. Guy changes. Guy switches right up. Lee that on Nas.
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes, you know what I'm saying? Yo, then what, man? What?
Visualizing the realism of life and actuality. Fuck who's the baddest. A person's status depends on salary. And my mentality is
the whitest fucking person, the whitest thing you'll ever see in your life playing this album. I don't care what you say though. I had a fucking Nas 50-year bottle of Henny. I put that shit back a couple weekends ago. If you ever drank a bottle of Hennessy, you could listen to this music.
I woke up early on my born day. I'm 20 is a blessing. The essence of adolescent leaves my body now.
Bobby Pop
Frame is celebrated cause I made it. 1/4 through life, some godly like thing created. Got rhymes, 365 days annual plus some. Load up the mic and bust one. Cuss while I puss from my skull cause it's pain in my brain vein. Money maintain, no go against the grain, simple and plain. When I was younger, this I used to do my thing hard. Robbing foreigners, take their wallets, they jewels, and rip their green cards. Dip to the projects, flashing my quick cash, and got my first piece of ass smoking blunts with hash. Now it's all about cash in abundance. Niggas I used to run with is rich, are doing years in the hundreds. I switched my motto. Instead of saying fuck tomorrow, that buck that bought a bottle could've struck the lotto. Once I stood on the block, loose cracks, produced stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Time is
It's like it's raining out. I don't have to go split firewood today. I don't feel like splitting firewood. Do do do.
The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. I sip the Don Pete, watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes. All the words past the margin. The whole of mic I'm throbbing. Mechanical movement, understandable smooth shit that murderers move with. The thief's theme. Play me at night, they won't act right. The fiend of hip hop has got me stuck like a crack pipe. The mind activation, react like I'm facing time like Pappy Mason. With pins I'm embracing, wipe the sweat off my dome, spit the phlegm on the streets. Suede Timbs on my beats makes my cipher complete. Weather cruising in a 6 cab, I'm on Taro Jeep, I can't call it. The beats make me falling asleep, I keep falling, but never falling 6 feet deep. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for dead presidents to represent me. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world
Dead
is
ones.
yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine.
My buddy Benjamin.
The world is yours. The world is yours. To my man Ill Will, God bless your life. To my peoples throughout Queens, God bless your life. I trick Reeboks and crazy bitches, aiming guns and all my baby pictures. Beef with housing police, release scriptures that's maybe Hitler's. Yet I'm the mal, money getting style, rolling foul. The versatile honey, sticking wild, golden child, dwelling in the rotten apple. You get tackled, a caught by the devil's lasso. Shit is a
My
hassle.
man.
There's no days for broke days. We selling smoke pays while all the old folks pray to Jesus, soaking their sins in trays. A holy water, odds against nods and slaughter. Finger the word best describing my life. To name my daughter my strength. My son, the star, will be my resurrection. Born in correction, all the wrong shit I did. He'll lead in right direction. How you living large or broke or charge cards are mediocre. You flipping coca, playing spit spades and strip poker. It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? Yo, the world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. young city bandit, hold myself down single-handed. For murder raps, I kick my thoughts alone, get remanded. Born alone, die alone. No crew to keep my crown or throne. I'm deep, I sound alone. Cave inside 1,000 miles from home. I need a new nigga for this black cloud to follow. Cause while it's over me, it's too dark to see tomorrow. Trying to maintain, I flip, fill the clip to the tip. Picturing my peeps, not eating, can make my heartbeat skip. And I'm amped up, they like to champ up. Even my brains in handcuffs, headed for Indiana, stabbing women like the Phantom. The crew is lamping, Big Willie style. Check the chip to smell. Plus I profile wow, stash through the flock clothes, burning dollars like my stove off the blocks.
Chip to smile.
Check the plus the games people play, bust the problems of the world today. The world is yours. The world is yours.
Yeah.
The world is yours.
I only use it on smoke doubles.
Yeah, alright. To everybody in Queens, the foundation. The world is yours. To everybody uptown, yo, the world is yours. The world is yours. To everybody in Brooklyn, y'all know the world is yours. The world is yours. Everybody in Mount Vernon, the world is yours. Long Island, yo, the world is yours. Staten Island, yeah, the world is yours.
I wish it was more useful. It's not. I barrage neck, smokes, dusts. That's it. Any more than that, you're just... Nah, it's not worth it. I could barrage Abbeys, but then what am I going to stream? When am I ever going to be able to stream? I mean, I can't help that people rag on stream, so the more tasks I barrage, the more, you know, annoying my stream will be. It's no-name alts. It's people that I know on their no-name alts. So it's like they don't even care if they get banned because they have 6 other accounts with 94 with you know, that could do anything. Like it's not even a matter of like points either, because the certain people that fuck with me in that way, they have thousands of points too. So it's like, and then too, I could die on necks or smokes, and I don't want to stream my death. I'd never live it down. Myth skill. It's been a minute. What's the fucking what's the tree closest to myth skill? What tally is that? Which fucking... Oh, Felder Pills? Thanks, man. I had a fucking blonde, bald-headed moment. I just started playing this account again, and, might as well finish what I was trying to do when I quit. Once I remember all the places. Yo, earlier this morning, I was the first person at a star, and it gives you double chips for your first 300. I never did that or saw that before. I've never been the first one to a... I don't think that'll ever happen again. I love this one. At the Myths Guild, it's like, look at the view. Look at the high quality water view. Look at the high gloss water finish. Whenever I hear that sound, something happens. Something happened somewhere. Yo, what's up, Cactus? Is that Cactus on Twitter? The Cactus. Yo, man. I like cactuses and all, but there's a plant very similar to cactus that I specialize in. I make aloe plants, man. I bring them back to life for people, or I make them. This one, I'll show you the one that I brought back to life. I gave this one to my mom. Cactuses and aloe are very similar in the watering side. Well, aloe's much more spoiled, but it's similar in the soil, keeping the soil moist in the right places. I actually inject water into the side of the fucking pot. Just to keep the soil moist in the right places. I hustle a lot of different side things. I'm a legitimate business owner though nowadays. I can't be fucking around with illegal shit. So at this moment, everything I do is legal. No reason to fuck things up. You always have people in your ear, yo, you selling pot? You selling any pot, man? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't need to make a couple extra bucks at the risk of going to jail. Not even going to jail, but just having that blemish. You're screwed as a... The owner of my shop would fucking throw me right out, put someone else in charge. Was that an old superior foe message? Wait a minute, hold up. I'm really high right now. What did I just... Oh, there it is. I was like... Yo, let's fuck them up. Ah! Yo, should we be like Praise Foot? No, I'm not doing that, man. This thing will fuck you up, dude. This thing will end your hardcore. I'm serious. Your cactus keeps dying. How often should you water and how much water? A cup of water every 36 hours. Now, I don't know what kind of plant pot you have. If you have one with the holes in the sides, but take a turkey baster or a ham briner and stick it in the turkey and blast it under the soil. Slowly, don't blast it, but push it into the soil. Work it into the soil. Milk it into the soil. Oh, cactus? I have no idea. I just know you need to keep it moist. I'm thinking aloe. Sorry, you gotta forgive me. I'm a little high, and I put a little Jack Daniels in my coffee. Keep it moist. You keep the undersoil moist. That's all I know. That's all I know about cactus. But like I said, I hear it's very similar to aloe. But I know with aloe, I put water in it. Every 36 hours, I pump a cup of water into that shit. And I used horse shit to mix in with the soil. Because horse shit, old horse apples, is great fertilizer. So if you know anybody with horses, ask them if you could pick around in their field. Go to your local horse farm and poke around. Tell them Dave told you. I'm lucky enough to know people. I'm running a butcher shop. I'm lucky enough to know people that have horses, animals, steer, pigs. So, let's just say if I wanted to make mushrooms, if I need to fertilize my garden, I haven't decided if I'm going to do tomatoes this year or not. I know I could sell them at the shop, but the amount of work and space that it would take to have if you start selling something, you better have it because people are going to expect it. I don't know if I feel like keeping up with that volume. I could sell 50 pounds in a weekend of tomatoes. Fuck am I going to keep up with that? Like, I'd have to have a fucking hydroponic operation going on. And like, when I had a big garden once, I had 28 tomato plants. What I did is I take PVC pipe and put it under the ground, and you put your beefsteak plants every 3 feet. So plant, 3 feet, plant, 3 feet, plant. So what I did is I notched holes, 4 holes every 3 feet on the pipe underneath the soil. And then when I water, put it right in the pipe with a hose until I see water dripping out the side. It's a very cheap, redneck way to irrigate. Fortunate enough to be at a relative's at the moment. This is my great-great-grandfather. Now in this picture, got a big old fucking basket of tomatoes, onions, peeling it. He used to sell produce. He made $2,000 a week in 1915 doing produce. And then my great-grandfather on the other side was a butcher. He made big money as a butcher in the 1900s. I got both of it in the blood. Damn, bro, I showered. I forgot to put on deodorant. That's the fucking worst. Fuck. Feels bad. Run. Yo, I think my Puffco's charged. Yo, it's been 3 weeks since I smoked flower. I tell you what. I'll tell you fucking what. The tar and shit that I've been coughing up from quitting weed, like flower, it's been worse than any time I ever quit cigarettes, ever. Like, it's just so much crap. Like, I mean, weed in a simulation of the same amount of a cigarette tobacco and the same amount of weed in a joint is like smoking 5 cigarettes in terms of tar. Now, when you smoke cigarettes and weed, that 5 times tar has a harder time clearing itself out because it's not gonna. Because you're smoking the cigarettes, so you have no chance. That tar is gonna just stay. It's just gonna. Well, fuck, dude. I switched to dabs. I don't ever want to smoke flower again, bro. Like, I'm not going through this lung shit again. We live in a modern era now, though, man. You got the Puffco procs. Let's hear it for Satan. Let's hear it for Jesus. Yo, this fucking weird ass lady came into my shop the other day and was talking about church and shit. And then she said that they speak in tongues there at their church and they can all understand each other. I'm no psychiatrist or nothing, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Me and one of my coworkers, well, I co-sign his checks now, but me and him have a secret language between each other for when other people are around or if they're coming around. He was a CO for 30 years, so he taught me things, because when you were in state prisons, some simple conversation amongst your coworkers, right? Inmates listen to everything. Intimidation, extortion, so on the line. He said, you know, people that weren't smart, didn't keep their mouth shut, those prisoners would be like, how was your daughter's birthday party? How was your... Like, so the guy I work with, or works for me now, if you want to call it that, he finally divulged to me recently why he never fucking talks. He's like, Dave, I like you. You're a little fucking annoying, but I like you. But dude, for 30 years, I couldn't talk. And once he told me about that, I kind of understood him more. We talk a lot more now, but I never thought of it before really asking him about, like, you know, why are you so quiet, bro? Like, what, like, you literally get away with whatever you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want, say whatever the fuck you want. And he says, you know, it's not that he doesn't want to, it's he doesn't know how to. So I brought him out of his shell a lot. He took a good path, man. 30 years ago, you get in at a state prison as a CO, you work your time, he's covered for the rest of his life. He only works because he wants to. He doesn't need his pension. I think his pension gives out something like $1,000 a week for the rest of his life. To do nothing. But, you know, 30 years in doing that type of work, I'd say you deserve it, right? He was 24 years old when he went and he started. He was 54 years old when he retired. And that was enough for him. He's my grinder. He grinds 800 pounds of beef a week for me. 600 pounds of pork. He's my grinder. He's a big boy. He's strong. Not as strong as me, but he's beefy. He's a big boy, like I said. It's got to be about 260. 5'10", 260. He's got the big beer gut. And I like 5'8". Got a big old beer belly, dude. I always rub his belly. He flips out. Fuck off of me, you fucking dickhead! You know, I get touchy with the old men that work for me. All right, we take the sharpeners and poke each other in the asses and slap each other's asses and grab each other and fucking like. We play with each other's meat and we play with the meat that makes us money all day. If you ever worked in a butcher shop, you'd understand. If you aren't breaking each other's balls all day long, why work? Why go to work? You know. The one guy, there's this one guy that cuts, and he's very sensitive. He's a fucking priss, and I don't want him there. But the owner won't let me get rid of him, and there's nothing I could do about it. But this guy is just he's the biggest sissy baby girl I've ever met in my fucking life, dude. He can talk all kinds of shit, and you say one thing back. You know, I'm an old man. It's like, I fucking hate people like that, dude. And I gotta work, the guy's gotta work there with me, like, whatever. He's 77 years old, he's gonna be gone in a few years, doesn't even fucking matter, just deal with it, like, he had a triple bypass surgery, they put a pig's artery in, and they took all the arteries from his legs and put them into his heart. Well, now he's having problems in one of his legs, and he's got to figure out what's going on. They might have nipped a nerve or some shit. Some shit's going on with his leg, so it's like, you know. So sorry to hear that. Very sorry to say that he's probably not going to be working a few days next week. I don't know how I'm going to get through the week. Actually, it'll be nice getting him out of the fucking way so I can get the fucking case filled at a decent hour of the morning. That case should be cut and filled by 9 a.m., not 10 when we open. The old fucker knows how to milk a clock. He's been doing it for a long time, okay? Milking the clock is doing the job you're given, but making it take an hour and a half longer than it could take if you tried. Which is pretty commonplace, I'd say, for a lot of people. If they get a certain amount of stuff done in 4 hours, they take their sweet time and they get this. I didn't go from guy who walked away from this place last April to coming back this November and being put in charge of running it. I didn't get that because I do what's required of me in 4 hours. I do that because I do what's required of me, and then I make sure other shit is taken care of, and then I make sure other shit is, and then on top of that I make sure other people are making sure they're taking care of what they need to take care of, because I can't do it all. Trust me, I'll try, but I can't wait on 15 dude, when we open, every morning, that parking lot is filled, and there's people standing outside. It's like, every time that doorbell dings, it puts a smile on my face. I want to change the name of the shop when it's truly mine, but I can't because that name is established in the area that I work. But I wanted to call it Diamond Dave's Meat and Chop Shop. Diamond Dave, man. Like fucking Diamond Dave, man, from fucking Van Halen. That's what Brian says to me. He says, you gotta change the name, man. You gotta change the name to Diamond Dave's. I said, I can't fucking do that. Diamond Dave, come on. I'm not fucking Eddie Van Halen. I'm not fucking David Lee Roth. Diamond Dave's. I'm staying at this is my shop. The owner just doesn't want to completely walk away yet, but he's going to Italy. He's going to be leaving for a whole month in July. July is going to be a big month for me because I'm going to actually be alone for the whole month. He's soft retired. He takes naps now. He can take naps. He can go sit at the desk and do nothing. He can, you know, people come in. He says hello. How you doing? Blah blah blah. People always are asking him, you know, are you gonna? I hope you're not gonna be closing. No, I got my son running it. I got my son run. Not my dad, but he's like a dad. Calls me his son, tells people I'm his son. I wouldn't tell people that. You know, the sad thing is his son died at 4 years old of a tragic accident, a medical complication during a surgery. I don't know all the details. I don't want to talk to him about it very much. So that son would be my age to the T, 29, and I think that bond that me and him got over a short period of time, we've only known each other for a little over a year and a half. Well, I think that bond stemmed a lot from that. To him, I'm like somebody coming, you know, reincarnation for him, his legacy, his heir. People are just so jealous, man. Oh, oof. Who's he to come back after leaving? And you know, some of the people that used to snap at me, I co-sign for their checks each week now, and they're so nice. They're so nice. As of right now, the way it is I put out the order each week. I spend the 12 grand on the meat to prepare everything to sell for the week. That's my investment as of right now. So I get a cut. I don't get an hour. I don't get paid by the hour anymore. I get paid by my cut. Now you have to take in consideration the cost of electricity. Bro, to run our smoker for a week is like a house for 3 months in terms of electricity. So you gotta calculate in everything: payroll, electricity, water, everything, and then you get your profit, which is nice. And I'm blessed that I didn't have to build my own customer base. Like, here you go. I'm not even worried about any sort of karmic backlash or like all this good's happening and bad could happen. I've been thinking about that lately. Like, the bad has happened in the karmic system. I'm on my own, dude. I can't have a relationship. I can't have any friends, really. My whole life now is just working and then playing RuneScape when I'm not at work, and even playing while I'm at work. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't have this and have a life too. You can't do what I'm doing right now and have a life. Well, whatever you may consider to be a life. If you're talking about going out on a Friday night, nope. I gotta be in there at 4:30 in the morning Saturday. You talk about going out on a Saturday night, no. I gotta be up. I gotta be in the shop. You wanna sleep in on Monday, or you wanna sleep? No, you gotta get up 2 a.m. Go to the shop, get the scrapple stirred up, and then you can go take a nap at 7 a.m. When you're done doing that, like, the thing with what I do is my whole day is something's going on. Like, today's a Monday, it's raining, I was gonna split firewood. I'm not gonna do that today. Now I'm gonna go to the shop and I'm gonna get shit ready for sausage this week, because we have the holidays coming up. We got ham orders coming in. We got fucking, it's a fucking mess. So, like, today's supposed to be my day off. There is no days off no more. There is no, that's not a thing anymore. Like a day off, a quote day off. It's not like, you know, I need that though, bro. I need to be involved with shit. I need to be active. I need to be, or else I'd be in big trouble. I'd be doing stupid shit. I'd be involved in all the wrong stuff. If I didn't have all the right stuff going on right now, I'd probably have all the wrong stuff going on. So, you know, my coworkers, and I don't know what to call them anymore. I'm signing their checks out of the profit of the money that I put out, but I don't officially own it, and I'm not officially in charge of like firing them. But they're not my coworkers anymore. They work for me, but I'm not their boss. Does that make any sense? It's a very weird dynamic. It's like, I don't want these people there. I have people of my, besides Brian, I have people of my own, and Keith, I like Keith. I have people of my own that I want to bring in to run the deli, that I want to bring in to do the cash register, that I want to bring in to do... He's not giving me that. He's not giving me that privilege at the moment. But would you shut your mouth for $3,000 a week? Would you put up with it? Put up with... They're not dicks to me anymore. But they're two-faced fucking rats, all of them. The way they treated me before I was in power, they're fucking rats. All of them. Bunch of rats. They're just being nice now because they have to. They're fucking rats. I don't want any of them there. Yeah, shout out Ashley, shout out Katie, shout out Jenny, shout out Jessica, shout out all of them. I don't fucking want any of those girls there. I don't want Steve there. I'm sick and tired of that guy. I don't want him. I don't want him there. Especially Steve, because he's an old ass dude who, I got my job there because he was out because he had a heart attack. Well, him and the owner go way back. Him and Keith, my other cutter, go way back. So there's nothing I can do about that. They're all old. They're old men. They're old butchers. If you know anything about butchers, especially the old guys, you know that they're pricks, arrogant most of the time, and if it's a fellow butcher that they've known for fucking 50 years, they're gonna stick up for them no matter what. Well, I'm more talented with the knife than this guy, and I only have 10 years of retail experience. He's in my way. of running my business. He's slow. He's out of the loop. He forgets shit. How much seasoning goes in the jerky? He don't know this. He doesn't even know the seasoning amounts. He doesn't even know the order. He doesn't know anything. And when you tell him about stuff, oh, I'm 78 years old. I don't need to know anything that I don't already know. It's like, he's a really just a negative presence for me. I don't like people like that. He'll tell you all about what he wants to tell you about, but nothing you say is good enough. Bro, I don't care if you work at like Starbucks or something. Whatever it is you got to do to make your money, do your thing, or whatever sort of life you're living. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to shut you off. I'm not going to cut you off. But him, you can't even talk to him. He just talks, and then me and Brian roll our eyes and just kind of laugh about it. The other day, he's like, hey, I gotta get out my DW40, my shed, the door on my shed. Your DW. So me and Brian now, we say, yo, we gotta go get our DW40. It's fucking WD-40, bro. Well, he's an old dude, he's losing it. Well, we always fucking shit that he says, we just reiterate to each other. You know, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have come back, and I wouldn't be running it now. If it weren't for Brian. And Brian's just the grinder and dishwasher. But he's like my man, he's my guy, man. Even though he won't hang out with me outside of work. Said his wife would divorce him. He's right. He can't. He's 50. He's 58 years old now, and I remind him of, you know, the wild youth. I'm like, come on, Brian, let me come over for dinner, man. He's like, first of all, my dogs would rip the shit out of you. I'm like, I'm gonna go to a dinner at Brian's house, man. I'm gonna go to a fucking barbecue. I cooked breakfast in the morning on a Skittle. Well, I was making hamburgers, and he peered over my shoulder, and he's like, nodding his head. I was like, oh, are you one of those guys that fucking watches the grill? You know, he's like, no. He's like, my buddy, whatever that guy, you know the chef Filet, Bobby Filet, something fucking Filet. He said his buddy the one time he was making hamburgers, and he kept moving it, flipping it, moving it, flipping it, moving it. And he's like, Brian was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he said to him, oh, I watched Bobby Filet, and he said, you gotta move your meat. He's like, just let the fucking hamburger sit there. like, just let it sit there for a minute. Like, you don't have to fucking move it the whole time, man. Like, it's a fucking hamburger. Like, dude, I'm spoiled though, bro. I eat 3 square meat meals a day. I start my morning out with scrapple and bacon. About a pound of scrapple, about a half a pound of bacon. And then for lunch, I'll have either ground burger with some vegetables, or I'll have sausage with some vegetables, or whatever it is I decide. And then for dinner, I'll make hamburgers or steak, whatever I want. You know, I got a very, very good diet going right now. I mean, you don't get like this, man. You don't get like that from eating fucking Cheerios. You know what I mean? You don't get big like that from eating fucking Cheerios, man. When you're running a butcher shop, when you're eating like that, and you're lifting all that meat around all the time, and you're doing all it's better than a gym. Better than a gym for a few reasons, because certain days require certain things. You got, you know, every time I squat, every time I go to pick up a box, every time I go to dead, you know, I call it like deadlifting. Every time I lift an 80-pound box, you properly bend, you properly lift, you properly, like, I'm fucking, like, you know, remember them? Is this me? Is this me? Is that you? No, you don't. People would have blown their brains out by now if they had my fucking thought races, panic attacks, the shit that's cemented in my head from past events in my life. Nobody should want to be anyone else but themselves. My buddy. It's nice. It's not a couch. It's a leather lazy boy. Like the one I miss that fucking chair so much. Remember that big chair? Thing's in a landfill somewhere. Why no demonic offering? Oh, I remember that. Cause I don't want to do DS2, man. Can you do it for me? Yeah, that was at my old roommate's. People kept sitting on my couch, so I wrote a sign above it. I know it's easy. I've done that quest more times than you. But you don't know what it's like to have this on the line. You wouldn't know what it would be like to personally go in there and know that if you fuck up like something you've done a million times, oh no, my star's gone. Where do we gotta go? I have DS2 on the UIM. Jump off. Jump off. Ooh, Myth Skill 325. Do it on the hardcore? No. Bro, there's gonna come a time, years from now, where you're not even gonna be around and playing anymore, and I'm gonna be ranked 7 hardcore, done with all combats, doing agility or something, and someone's gonna, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna ask where my prims are while I'm finished with all combats? Like, you understand why it is I don't take little baits and do stupid shit to die? All you want to see is me die. You don't give a fuck about me. You won't be ahead of shit. Anything that I'm ranked in, you won't be ahead of it, bro. Jams who? What rank you? Look at this guy. Late legs. I bet his hardcore's he's got a Zuck helm. Higher per XP than me? We'll see. Well, we won't see because he'll never be top page in overall, but so they're just angry randoms, dude. It's a fucking Sunday morning. I don't know these guys. Put it this way, my main is rank 109, and my UIM is probably ahead of both of these guys, and my hardcore is definitely ahead of both of them, so I don't really know how to, like, how can I get upset? You know what I mean? Probably even a high score, though. These pistol randoms, you never touched the king. Probably not even. It's okay. Let him, man. It's not. It's more offensive to. For me, it's more offensive to you guys than it is for offense to me. I'm not offended by it. It's you guys that have to read it. You know what the biggest fuck up of this morning is? This is my last cigarette. And that's what just happened a few minutes ago. That's what's really, really wrong. How? I mean, it's just enough where I can't break it and put it in the back. I'm only fucking with you guys. I don't care. What are some words over Twitch, man? Anyway, now it broke just far enough that I can't fix it. Damn it. So that's what I'm gonna get. I don't feel like going to the gas station. Nobody's awake. I'll have to ask for my cousin for some cigarettes when he wakes up. When in doubt, bum them out. Good. The ranks are wide open, man. I drive an old car. I don't want payments. I don't want high insurance. I almost bought a Hellcat recently. I almost got suckered in. Nah. Few that I know of, but their moms told their boyfriends that it was theirs, so I got away from that, thankfully. I wonder what happens if they find out I make more money than their husbands. 2 that I know of. None that I claim. Why would I ruin their lives? They grew up, one of them gonna be 5, grew up all 5 of his years thinking his mom and dad were his mom and his dad. Some loser butcher shop owner, fucking drug addict comes into their, why would I do that? Why would I ruin their lives? I'm not fit to be a father at this point in my life. I'm only fit to make money and do what I want to do. I wouldn't be a good dad right now. Nobody needs to worry about what I'm on. Just know I'm on. I'm on that fresh air and sunshine. Puff coat. I just put the puff coat on God mode, dude. Rainbow God mode. Rainbow mode. This shit's gonna hit like a mule. I didn't even have to pack it. It's gonna bake the shit that's cooked up. We sell gluten-free meatballs. You know, I really wish I never dropped my DFS. At one point when I wanted to quit, I thought dropping everything would help. Yeah, man. Bad idea. Bank's fine. Like Swomi always said, you know, the bank doesn't mean anything, it's just whatever you grab out of it. Then on the other fucking account, I don't... You know, I went back to mining. I went back to mining because yesterday I went and spent some of my chips, my Stardust, and I got fucking thousands of gems. And I was like, whoa, I'm gonna go finish 99 so I can go back to a white stack. I'll get like 250,000 of this shit. Then I'm gonna buy a bunch of gems. The UIM is something I'm enjoying again. This account's quested. Well, I gotta do Song of the Elves, Sins of the Father, and then we're pretty much quest. DS2 is already done, and then I have to do a couple quests, and then it's pretty much good to go for whatever I want to do. But I'm gonna be AFKing it. What's that? I could game naked. I gotta go see if I can bum some cigarettes off some people. Bro, I live in a camper for 6 months out of the year. Speaking of that, I have to go split wood today. It's gonna be nice out. Maybe in another hour. I don't even want to think about those dudes that travel around in campers and shit like that, because the last girl I talked to, let's just put it this way, like, I don't like when I'm talking to a girl, we're fucking, and we're dating, we're going out, and they still have communication with somebody that they're no longer with, and they lie about it. And it was a dude that drives around with a camper attached to his truck that got daddy's money. So when I think of that rootless existence, he lives off disability as well, by the way. Sleep in a van, bro. I got a 40 by 12 camper. That's my van. Sits on a half acre. That's what inspired the next time I'll buy a home. The last time I bought a home was in 2020, but the next time I buy, whenever I buy again, I'm just gonna get some land. I'm just gonna put a fucking double wide on it. Like 10 acres, fucking in either direction, there's nothing. Get Starlink. I don't want to spend the money, put it this way, I have the cash and the credit to have whatever I want. Whatever vehicle I want, whatever first time owners, mortgage companies get my phone number, they call me, they offer me shit. Credit card companies offer me shit. I'm 29 years old, I run a business. The whole world is trying to make me spend money. It's either, the world, what happens with me in my life, in my world, is people either don't like me, or they like me. People try to make me spend money. People judge the things I do. They question stay the fuck out of it. I got this. That's what anybody that tells me like what I should do and how maybe I could do this, I appreciate it. I really do, because a lot of people try to give me advice and I appreciate it. But it's like you're advising the advisor, brother. My old boss and a good friend of mine, he cares about me. We talked recently. He wanted me to work for him, doing logistics, overseeing building of hospitals and overseeing the logistic aspect of it. Well, it was like $80K salary. I turned it down immediately. I make almost double that. In my first year, I'm gonna make, after taxes, probably about 114, 115. Gouge out from the, when they say 80,000 salary, it's gonna be like 65. So if I turn him down, well, he was trying to tell me, he's like, well, what do you do in your free time? I'm like, I still play RuneScape, stream RuneScape. I run a butcher shop. Well, he said to me, well, what do you stream? And I still stream RuneScape. He said, well, you know, if I went to 1,000 houses and I asked every person if they knew what RuneScape was, none of them would know. I'm like, exactly. He's like, but you don't want to make more money? You don't want to, I'm like, that's not what this is about. for me. This is the only place I can come and be myself. You know, my carefree, not at work, not in charge of 15 things at once self. My, you know, laid back. And he's like, you know, people always tell me in life, they tell me, you know, you should stream other games. You should do this type of, it's like, please, like, just let me do my thing, man. Like, this is what I like. I don't want to change it. I try to tell them about loyalty. The loyalty I have to this game and the people that play it. And a lot of it's been established over years. I'm not going to throw that away for some viewership. Ever. How you doing, by the way, man? Motor mouth this morning. I spilled some Jack Daniels in my coffee, too. Ooh, it's a little rainy here, too, but I hope it calms down. I want to do some firewood today. Season's coming up. Over in Boston. Over in Mass. This is my wyvern, Casey. Wyvern. I used to do them on alts. Many moons ago. I don't know if anyone here even remembers the wyvern days. That was a long time ago. Had a Visi at 5,800. But when I quit the one time, I dropped it. I dropped all my stuff so that I wouldn't come back. I had to get a fire cape back and stupid shit. Sunk cost fallacy. When I quit, 2 people died. And people keep dying. Yeah, it would have been that. It would have been if I wouldn't have staked it all away. I staked everything away from wyverns. There's a reason I had to do 250,000 rune dragons. Why? All the money I made from wyverns, I staked, dude. I made some bad decisions as a man. Some bad GP moves. Stuff that I learned from as an Iron Man. Well, I played on 7 at the peak. At the peak, I played on 7 of them. This was what my stream looked like at the time. This is like retirement home for me now, type shit. 10. I paid for thieving and prayer in 2 months. Or thieving and prayer. I paid for prayer and herbler 2 months at the time. With brews or magic pots. I was making 100 mil a day. Yeah, well, I took it to the, quote, extreme, I guess you could say. Now I'm just a humble Iron Man. An ultimate Iron Man. Hello. Well, playing a game and the only thing in your head being the top, I guess that's an extremist view, yeah. Everything I do, I'm one of the best. I'm never the best. I'm one of them. That doesn't matter what anybody thinks about me. Numbers are numbers. Money's money. Numbers is numbers. What is real? What is real? What is real? Yeah. You know, it's a shame that some bad apples had to smear a whole group of people to most. Bigotry is the one problem in our world. Who cares what color you are or where you're from? Just don't disrespect me, you know? The game don't care what color your skin is, or how you identify, or fear is the best amulet in the game, man. I know a good player from every country and pretty much every ethnicity or gender. So there's no like, well, only this country does that or only that country. Bro, like, I've come into contact with black people, transgender people, homosexuals, undefined genders, Australians, Norwegians, Swedes, Canadians, Americans, Australians, people from the UK, people from Ireland, people from fucking all the Scandinavian countries, like the melting pot of this game and of life in general. Kind of hard to feel like your opinion matters much when there's such a large world out there. There's such a large, diverse, culturistic melting pot going on that who is anybody to judge anyone else? Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I forgot about Egypt too. I had some friends from Egypt that played. The Swedes are locked in. We grow hard, maybe not. I mean, I don't know if it's just coincidental or not, but it seems like people from Scandinavian countries excel in this game. I don't know if there's a higher rate of autism or depends if you're lucky enough to have autism or not. A lot of it. I'm fucking blessed. Yeah, that, and they can be taken care of by their government, and I have to go and work 70-hour weeks. I mean, I do it by choice, though. It's my choice to run the shop. Could have just said to the owner, I could have just said, fuck it, sell it, I don't want anything to do with it. I took it on. I think I'm gonna have another coffee that doesn't have Jack Daniels in it because it kind of made my stomach stir a little bit. I don't even know why I put what I call a spill. Some people call it a shot or whatever. A spill is, you ever knock over a bottle of Jack Daniels or a bottle of Southern Comfort, anything, and you pick it up real quick and like 3 or 4 shots spilled out. That's what a spill is for me. A spill. Which is like 3 or 4 shots. So don't drink with me if you don't want to. Dude, when I used to hit it real hard with different shit, people I'd hang out with, a lot of my buddies from high school that I lost contact with, we'd party together on a weekend, and their wives threatened to divorce them if they ever hung out with me again because they had to call out of work. Like, definitely a bad influence on anybody around me in a certain scenario. In this scenario, I'm not a bad influence, but Out there, I am. What are you doing? It wouldn't be advisable to both of us because it would be a lot of money spent, and then the night would just go from there, and anything goes. When I'm drunk, I'm like